Episode 24 of 52 Axe Patterns. Who wants to see a kick-ass Puget? I'm Ed with Redbeard Knife and Tool, and this is my story about the intricacies of restoring and hanging 52 different axe patterns. There's something intimate about bringing an old axe back to life. Some have been through a lot, and some haven't. And giving them a new purpose, whether it's hanging them on a wall or putting them back into service, I get to change their history. Every axe has a story. What we have here is a Kelly World's Finest True Temper Puget. If you look here, the Kelly is double stamped. That's kind of neat. And then the True Temper is a little bit off center by maybe about 1/8 of an inch. I'm not sure. Maybe this axe was maybe it's a Friday axe. I don't know. But I've already got it all cleaned up, and it's chamfered on the bottom. And the handle that I'm going to be hanging it on is this 28-inch Whiskey River double bit handle. And if you see this hole here, then you probably already know that I'm going to turn this axe into a topper's axe. A topper's axe is kind of cool. Sorry about the wind, because it is almost 90 degrees in my shop, and so the rest of the summer, while I'm rolling through 52 axe patterns, you're going to be hearing the fan. It's just hot, and yeah. But anyway, so a topper's axe or a high rigger's axe. So the axemen on the Pacific West Coast, when they would climb up to the top of the trees, basically because it was just, when they were so tall that when they bent, because of the wind resistance of the top of the tree, it would just cause them to crack and creak on the way down. But so they would top them to prevent cracking and any additional stress on the trunk as it fell. So they would climb up to the top, and they would have this attached to a lanyard on their rigger's belt, and they would just climb up, and it would just kind of dangle. And then when they were ready, when they got up to the top, they would pull the lanyard up, and then they would chop the top of the tree with usually a Puget on a short bit handle. From what I read, anywhere from 24 to 28 inches. This is 28, and it's probably going to hang at around 27. So it should be right in the ballpark of a historically accurate topper's axe. So we'll worry about this lanyard once we get everything said and done. But let's go ahead and get the handle fitted, and we'll get going. So this is already pretty close. So all we're going to do is thin it out a little bit, and see how we get there. Let me go get you know what, I got a pencil. We'll be all right. I'll get a pencil. I'm going to mark one side of this handle so I know what side I put it on every time. That's kind of important with double bit eyes. I know you guys have seen me do it a lot. You see the pencil mark on this side. What that does is I'm going to put it on the same side as the Kelly stamp, so it goes on the same every time. And we're going in the hole, so that's good. Let me give it a couple pops. Well, a couple pops already went in, like, I don't know, maybe an inch. So pop it with it. And it probably went up all the way, all the way to the edge of the kerf, the pre-cut kerf. But it's straight, so that's good, and that matters a lot. So let's get this thing popped off, and we'll take a look. So we got pretty even wear all the way around, so I'm just going to go another 2 inches, another belt's width, and I'm going to angle the belt so it just kind of tapers this shoulder, so it just doesn't stop. But pretty typical, but yeah, we're going to taper it a little bit so we don't take off too much material. Looking great. It's centered, and we only got about another, you see, ½ inch till we come up, till we're start cresting the tongue. But I want to come down probably around 2 more inches just to give it that really good contact. It looks like it's got good contact all the way around, but I think I just want it a little bit lower. All right, check that out. We have beautiful contact. So you see where it's stopping right here, where the kerf kind of ends? That's pretty typical because the kerf, when you put it in there, it'll pinch and give. But when it comes down here, the handle doesn't give anymore, so it's going to be a little bit tighter, which is pretty normal. So we're just going to take off a little bit more material, and it shouldn't be much longer as far as fitting the handle. And about that much more. All right, let's get the tape and see where we're at. Right at 27.5. I think I'm going to stop right there. And I'm going to get the handle ready for treating. And yeah, it's looking pretty damn good. I dig it. So before I get this handle treated, I'm going to thin it out a little bit. Basically front to back, not so much side to side. And I'm just going to use my flat platen and just kind of guide up and down, and that just makes things nice and straight and easy. Yeah, I like that way. That feels a lot better. And also, I didn't touch anything down here, so I can kind of have like almost like a palm swell down near the bottom. So that's going to work out nicely, but it definitely feels a lot better. This is, I cracked the handle. It's cracked right up the middle. I don't know if you can see the crack. No, maybe not. It's pretty fine. So I went ahead and I put a dowel in it there and there, through and through, and then I patched it with glue and sawdust, and we're just going to wait for this to dry. In the meantime, I tell you what though, this thing feels really nice. In the meantime, we're going to get the hedge sharpened ready. So we're going to start with 80 grit. I'm sorry, 60, because the edge is in pretty good shape. The edge is there. You see, it's It just needs to be sharpened. So that's what we're gonna do. Yeah. We're gonna blow through this, fast forward all the way to the end of the sharpening process. Oh yeah. Let's make a wedge. So I went with a walnut wedge, and she looks pretty doggone good. So the wedge is ready, the head is ready. Now let's worry about this handle. All right, the glue is pretty much, I think it's dry enough. So I'm gonna go over here to my work table and finish sanding it. Yeah. All right, I am happy with this handle. So right now, I'm just going to put iron acetate on it just like it is, because I don't want to put heat on this thing to do a torch. So I'm just going to do iron acetate. Shouldn't be too long, and then yeah, we'll start getting this thing fitted up. But I dig it. You can see the repairs I did right there. There's a dowel there and a dowel there, dowel there and a dowel there. But yeah, it looks pretty good, and because it's going to be definitely look like a topper's axe, plenty beat up. Yeah. Right. I went ahead. My light went out again. All right, I got my big fan turned off so you guys can hear me. I got my little one running, one of my little ones, and I went ahead and give it a light toast. So let's get this thing rubbed down. For some reason with this handle, I got a lot more grain pop when I added the vinegar. Don't know why, but it's better now. Let's get the head on it. Got it over here. That. Sorry, I'm a little bit unprepared. When that handle cracked, kind of threw me for a loop, but we made it. So there's that. A little rough right there. Yeah, that's better. All right, pencil mark, Kelly. There you go. Now with this handle, with the crack repair, I'm going to be pretty careful with it. A little bit off. Set that on the edge. Straighten it out. Yeah. This thing is looking great. We're there. All right. We don't need to go anymore. This has been quite a build. The good thing is, when you get thrown some loops, you got to deal with them, and you know, it happens. Let's get this thing wedged. I think we're there. Yep, a lot of expansion. I don't hear any more. Yeah, it ain't going no more. All right, check this out. The expansion is sick. Let's go get it cut. Oh yeah, look at that. Walnut wedge. Super nice fit on the bottom. Super nice. Let's get this thing oiled. Don't go anywhere because I'm not done after I oil it. Don't go anywhere. Stick around, and because we got to attach the lanyard to it. Yeah. But I want to get this oiled because I don't want to get oil on the lanyard. So we'll get this oiled up real quick. Just a light coat. Because I want you guys to see this grain as I see it. Check that out. That is freaking gorgeous. I love it. All right. Let me get this wiped down real quick. And we'll get... Oh yeah. That looks freaking sexy. Look at that. All right, let me get it wiped down and get everything set up to attach the lanyard. All right, so we're going to do something similar to this. Did a 3-line splice, 3-line eye splice, and then I wrapped it with lashing, jute lashing with a 3/8 inch jute cord. So this is what I got done. I already got it prepped. I just got to open it up. If you've already seen eye splicing, if you haven't, I mean, I'm not going to go too in depth. I mean, it took some relearning. I'd done this before when I was in the Navy. I haven't done it in a while, so I was a lot rusty. So let me get these in the holes. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Absolutely not. Is that better? Yeah. All right. Get one in the hole. Get the other one in, and hopefully that'll help pull it through. Don't need that right now. All right. I have a little marlin spike right here. All right, there we go. Pull these through nice and even to get it all the way through. There we go. Got it. So we want it to be able to swing both ways. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to start it right here. You know what? I'm left-handed, so I might have to move you guys. I know it's weird, but this is much easier for me. All right. So we have 1, 2, and 3, And let's go right there. Let's start with the center one. Center one. Just pop this open, slide it in. All right, we should have one on the left, one on the right. That's good. Cinch it up. The one on the right is going to go in the one above it. The one on the left is going to go in the one above it. And the one on the right is going to go in the one under it. There, just like that. Pull in the center one, and then cinch up the top and the bottom. And that's good. So, same as before, start with the middle, skip over one, and go under one. And go to the top, skip over one, and go under one. You pull all the loose ends. There we go. And then the one on the bottom, skip over one, and go under one. I know my camera view might not be for the best, but I'm trying. Alright, cinch up at the center and then the others. Pull it tight and the others will come with. Alright, at this point, I can go ahead and take the bottom tape loose. That'll make it easier to kind of cinch things up. There we go. That makes things a little bit better. Now, I'm going to flip it over. Same as the last. Now I'm going to get some lashing. Get this thing lashed. Move that. Get this to where it's, well, it'll be alright right there. Some jute lashing. That's probably enough. Alright, then when you get to the end, put it through the hole, pull it up, and you grab this other end, and you pull it under. And that's it. It's under, it's good. Get your scissors, cut that remainder off, cut that remainder off. Cut that remainder off. And that's it. Look at that. I dig it. All right, let me get it oiled down again, and I will be right back. All right, episode 24 is in the books with this Puget Sound on a toppers rig. I absolutely love it. So the rope is about 6 feet long, which is about average. And I put a brass rigger's clip on it. I am a fan of brass, so you guys should know that. So yeah, let's do this. Just because it's not really how it goes, but That's how I'm going to hold it. Episode 24, the Puget Sound, is in the books. We got a pretty sweet ass double stamped Kelly True Temper. Kelly World's Finest True Temper, with a super sweet edge on it. And this side's a little dirty. Super sweet edge. 28-inch Whiskey River double bit handle, turned into a topper's axe. Yeah. we got the repair going. Yeah, that was not so fun, but we got through it, and I am happy with the turnout. Not too often you're happy with the turnout when you have a setback, but it looks, it looks aged. The handle looks good, a little bit aged, so I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. I hope you guys are happy with it. I hope you guys like what you see. What do you think of this topper's axe? Shoot me a comment and let me know. I'm just excited. Episode 24 episodes of 52 so far. We're almost halfway there, and I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. Got a couple nice ones, couple cool ones coming up, and yep, on to the second half. So episode 25 and 26 coming up the next couple weeks. Give them a look, and if this is your first time seeing a 52 Axe Patterns episode, go look at the playlist. It's down below. There's 23 episodes in front of this one. Super cool. I really like you to take a look. Let me know what you think, and comment, like, subscribe, and share. I would really appreciate that. Get the word out. Let everybody know. This is episode 24 of 52 Axe Patterns, the Puget Sound pattern axe into a topper. That's it. That's all I got. Appreciate you guys sticking around. You guys have a good day.